Hey, what's up you guys? My name is Kat and I wrote an album called The Lavender Theory. And today I'm going to be discussing the first track on the album, Roses, Violets, and Tulips. So I probably had the most fun writing this song because I love the way that I wrote it. So I remember waiting in line to buy merch at this concert with my singer and best friend Kaylee. And we had just gotten our first recording back for the song Strip Down. And it came out 100 times better than I could have ever expected it to. And so we were really happy, and it was probably the first time I ever felt confident in my music and in my lyrics as well. And suddenly I wanted to show people. And I never felt this way before because I've always been like, it's my music, it's my lyrics, I don't want to share it with anyone. And so then I wanted to share it with like 2 or 3 people, but I also didn't want to announce it to the world yet because I tried really hard to keep this project under wraps because I wasn't sure if it was going to turn out great or if it was going to be a failure. I don't know. But I ended up texting my longtime friend and I was like, hey, check this out. This is what I'm working on for my senior thesis. And but I went to send it to his email, and I didn't know if I still had the same email, so I had texted him. Well, I sent the email first, and then I texted him, and I was like, hey, what's your email? I want to send you this. And then he was like, the one you sent it to works. And I thought it was funny, so I just wrote, haha, I love us. And he wrote, you're going to love me till the day I die. And my response was, and I will probably visit your tombstone every day. And this small little light bulb flickered in my head. And I wrote it down as a fragment that I wanted to write some sort of song inspired by visiting someone's tombstone. And make it this cute but morbid song, but it's upbeat. So, yeah. The next day, I saw that he followed me on Instagram and I was like, what? So I wrote ... to him and he was like, don't ask. And as much as I wanted to ask because I wanted all the answers, I kind of had a hunch as to why that was, and I just bit my tongue. But I did write down, you tell me not to ask questions, but all I want are answers. You'll always be my favorite headache. And that ended up being the opening line for the song. So then we get into the pre-chorus, which turned into the I'll visit your tombstone every day. And how I got that was the day following me asking about Instagram. I thought, well, if I'm going to write about visiting someone's tombstone, what would I bring? I'd bring flowers. And I knew that he really loves flowers. So I asked him what his favorite flower was. And he responded, roses, violets, and tulips. And I knew I wanted to use that somehow. And in fact, this huge light bulb just went off. And I was like, I think that's what's the chorus of this song. And I can use the tombstone lyric as the pre-chorus. And so it turned into, I'd visit your tombstone every day just to say hi, I. And I'd bring you all your favorite flowers. And then the chorus itself is roses, violets, tulips. I'd bring them every day. So once we have that first chorus, then we go into the second verse. And so the second chorus, I wanted to begin writing, and I thought to myself, how can I continue to write this song? And I was like, well, I've already kind of used a bunch of our text message conversations. Why don't I go look through them and see what other inspiration I can find? So I ended up scrolling to this past summer during a time that I was just really, really sad. And in fact, I was out at a bar until 4 a.m. and I was texting him. I was like, we might as well just stay up and watch the sunrise and we'll count the birds in the sky. So that ended up being the intro to the second chorus. And then, I added this cute little lyric about super gluing our sandcastles so they don't wash away and we can scream until our lungs bleed. I just felt like it was very much us, and it highlighted the type of relationship that we shared. And so then I also wanted to create this lyric that would look like just a regular lyric to anyone else, but to me and him, it would be a reference to something bigger. So the last lyric of the second chorus is, you could drown me in an avalanche and I'd still follow you. Now there's 3 song titles in that off of our favorite album, That's the Spirit by Bring Me the Horizon. So there's a song called Drown, a song called Avalanche, and a song called Follow You. And when I looked at the album, I was like, I think I can make some sort of reference that only us would be able to connect with, and anyone else that actually knows the album. That was actually the first time he heard this song, that was his immediate response, was in relation to that lyric. And then we have the chorus again, and then we get to this bridge. Now the bridge, I scrolled back maybe 3 or 4 years into our text messages and found something that I could use for the bridge, which was, you ask me why I won't let go of you. You tell me I should go and bother someone new. And we always had this joke that at the age of 27, if we weren't married, we might as well marry each other. So after I write those references to our messages, I go into, sorry you can't get rid of me, I guess it's just our destiny, because it's kind of just like this aha, haha, I'm right moment. You're just gonna have to put up with me. And that is how Roses, Violets, and Tulips was born.